Well, welcome back to the bench, guys. It's been 2 months. Where have I been? Well, I actually never left my bench. Just got kind of busy, and when you get busy with life and you have limited time to hobby, you just kind of got to use that time to, I guess, maximize your time for yourself. I've got two young boys, 5 and 2, so they keep me pretty busy doing stuff. Me and my wife, we work full time. She works nights, I work days. So sometimes you just got to, keep your hobby for yourself. But I do still like to share stuff with you guys. So yeah, let me show you what I've been doing. And that is part of the reason why I stopped making some videos, as I painted up a bunch of Warhammer figures, and I don't really want to be a Warhammer channel. I think the figures are extremely expensive. If you were to get a set of figures from Tamiya, you're probably saving yourself the equivalent amount of figures from Games Workshop. You're probably spending an extra $50 plus. But I do enjoy painting them. I don't play the game at all. And it is what kind of got me into the hobby. I just thought they looked cool. And I play the Total War games, and so that's how I got in it. But let me show you what I've been doing. So I painted up some Stormcast. I wanted to do like they've been in the swamps, so I kind of tarnished their bright golden armor, and then I kind of wanted like a nice green color scheme, and I thought a nice cream color would look nice. So I painted up this guy. This one's all complete. I did matte coat him. I'm not sure. I don't think I like the matte coat that much. He was more of a test model, so I worked on him. Let me take you out of this stand. And then I got pretty prolific. I got the gold coat on all these guys in the back. Let me pull one out here so we can actually see. They're basically done except for some foliage, and then I'm just not going to coat them. So yeah, you can see I've been busy. These are gonna go on hiatus for a while. I fall in and out of painting figures really fast. Just sometimes they're a little bit... I'm not the best brush painter. But when I left the channel, I was working on this small diorama. Let's focus in on this here. And I think, for my first diorama, it turned out pretty good. And like I say, this was pretty fun to make, just because I do have... I'm not the best mini painter, but I do have some skills painting figures. So I think I got the detail on these guys pretty nice. I think it looks good. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. The sandbags are darker than I wanted. But I was kind of going for, this is more towards the end of winter, where it's still cold, but everything's just kind of really wet and muddy. And so these kind of look like they've been getting soaked for a while. The gun on this dragon kit went together. It was kind of crooked, so there's a lot of hot water and bending. But I think I got the details pretty nice. You can see here, I did some chipping and some rust weathering effects there. I think these faces turned out pretty good. This guy's a little orange, if I am being honest with myself. But this guy's face, you can make your own decisions. But this may be the best face I've ever painted that actually has eyes looking in the same direction. So I'm happy with how he turned out. I wish I used a little bit bigger base, but I didn't want to take up too much space. And this being my first kind of go at a diorama, I kind of didn't want to bite off more than I could chew. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. The kit actually was really nice. Where the arms went on, you can see. I wanted to leave it a little bit just so you know where the seam is on their coats were. But I didn't want to sit and fill and sand their arms because I thought that would look a little more obvious. But yeah, for $15, I think this was $15 and then I paid $15 for these sandbags. And this was only one of the sprues of the sandbags, so I have this many more I could do something else with. This was a fun little thing to try. I'm looking for because I don't have a nice display case right now to put it in. So if you guys have any recommendations for like a small acrylic one, maybe with like a clear top, that would be cool. So I'm leaving it in this compartment over here just so that the static grass and stuff doesn't get dust in it, because that's kind of doesn't really come out once you got dust in it. And once I was finished with those things and kind of had my figure painting fixed for a while, like I said, I have two boys and they're really into just they love airplanes, they love robots. So I really like, I've been a fan of like the Gundam series. So I often pick up these high grade kits just to be in the stash. And I've done one before for them, and it's they play with it just like it's a toy, and it actually's held up really well. And these high grade kits, they're $10, $10 to $20, so they're really cheap and they're good to practice a lot of things. So I really enjoy building these. So I actually have this GOG kit. I'm not going to turn it upside down because I've got all the parts in here. I've got all the pre-shading and kind of highlights on this one. I ordered some paint. I'll talk about that in a minute. That should be here this weekend. I'm going to paint this red. This is going to be a two-tone red color. I know the original is brown, but that's just what my son picked. He likes red, my younger son. So I'm kind of on hiatus with this, just waiting for paints to come in. You can see I've got some metallics and stuff done. But yeah, so I've basically been working on two kits at the same time. My other son, he wanted this one. I actually got this for $5 at Hobby Lobby with the it's like 11, and then you get the 40% off. I got this for a steal. Even if he, didn't want it, these kits are great to practice a lot of different techniques on. Oops. So I've kind of got that going on. I'm just kind of getting the assemblies together, sanding down gaps, lines, and stuff. So I've basically just been working on two kits, and work is kind of lightened up for the year where I work. Admittedly, when my wife works, I do tend to stay up a little bit too late and just kind of enjoy my free time, because I know most of the day at work I just kind of am at my desk doing busy work, so I might as well maximize my hobby time. Let me just show you kind of, I've shown this before, but I've got my paint set up here. Mostly Tamiya, like these are from all my kits. I do mostly World War II aircraft, so I've kind of got, you've got your grays, your greens, your cockpit greens. This is kind of all miscellaneous stuff. So these are my metal colors from Vallejo for usually my undercoats. But I've started, sorry to give you a headache, getting my feet wet with some lacquers. Mostly what started it was this MRP. I just been looking for what the Japanese use their primer coats as, and that was the only brand I could find. I know it says it's an acrylic, more like a Tamiya, but this smells like a lacquer. Like this smells more like this, and I can you can get Tamiya off of stuff with water. So I actually ordered some lacquer paints for these kits that I'm doing, because a lot of people I watch, their models are great, and they tend to prefer lacquer kits or lacquer paints. So I think I can find a happy medium between stuff, and they're usually end up being more durable. So for these kits where my kids are playing with them like toys, the paint will stay on a lot better. And the kits that I do like on display, you move them around, you pose your Gundams. You want to keep the paint from scratching. So I've ordered some lacquer paints. We'll probably do an unboxing. So that's what I'm waiting on that other kit, is some lacquer paints. And actually it ended up being really hard to find a leveling thinner. But I'm sure if you watch my channel, you've probably watched a channel called Barbatos Rex. He came out with his own leveling thinner, and everywhere I look, my local hobby shops online, it is there's no Mr. Hobby, Gaia, there's nothing. So basically when he announced this, I picked it up, just to make sure I could have a good sized bottle if I'm gonna, because the paints are easy to find and they're cheap, but this is the hot commodity is the leveling thinner for lacquer paints. I don't know why it's so hard to find, or it goes out of stock all the time. So we'll try that out. There's a few videos I have ideas for making. One of them, I want to do a full review on this Tamiya airbrush. I've been working with it for about a year now. And I'm not the biggest airbrush aficionado, but I did want to make kind of a review for you guys, because when I was looking up stuff for it, I think I only found one video. So yeah, I think for what it is and the price, it's a great detail brush. Like super thin lines. It's a dream for pre-shading. The control is really good. So I'm gonna do probably a video on that. We'll do some painting, I'm sure. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Oh, right here, if anybody, these are like $10 each, so you get your full 180 to 2500. These are sanding sponges. These are really nice for your kits. I got those from New Type HQ. So yeah, guys, sorry I've been gone so long. Sometimes you just gotta you know, make sure you keep your hobby, not try to turn it so much into something else, a second hobby, making videos. But I did want to let you guys know I still plan on making some videos, and that I was still here. Thank you to everybody that is subscribed and is still subscribed to the channel. One of my videos hit 2K views, which is crazy to me. But I imagine you guys are like me. You just kind of like watching videos, seeing what other people have going on, just to kind of have some sort of community. But anyway, guys, it's kind of late tonight, so I am staying up, but I'm going to get back to some sanding and some scribing. So you guys have a good night, and we'll see you in the next one.